It's a story you really won't hear much about on the partisan cable news networks. The Department of Justice turning up the heat on a Democratic senator. You probably won't hear about it because the left doesn't want to talk about it. Corrupt Democrat. And yet it throws a wrench into the right's narrative that the DOJ is just out to get Republicans. Federal investigators reported looking into whether New Jersey Senator Bob Menendez or his wife accepted nearly $500,000 in gold. Yes, gold. From a felon who was looking for the senator's help to get out of a legal jam. According to a local news report in New York, the FBI and IRS are trying to determine whether Menendez or his wife took upwards of $400,000 in gold bars from a New Jersey developer who'd been charged with bank fraud. The developer ended up pleading guilty to one count and serving probation. Now, there's apparently no proof yet that Menendez contacted the federal prosecutor overseeing that case to potentially lobby for a lighter sentence. And a spokesperson for the prosecutor noted he recused himself in the case, insists his office handled it by the book. But it doesn't matter whether the senator actually followed through, if he was paid to do it, according to the Federal Extortion Act. If Menendez or his wife took the gold with the understanding that the money was meant to influence, it's a crime. And it's not the only potential crime for which the New Jersey senator is being investigated. The feds are also looking into whether Menendez or his wife received gifts like a use of a Mercedes, a luxury Washington apartment in connection with a company that won an exclusive meat export agreement with the Egyptian government. Menendez, who chairs the Senate Foreign Relations Committee, reportedly hosted Egyptian officials and a New Jersey businessman in his office. 2018, later that businessman became the exclusive U.S. exporter of halal meat to Egypt. And don't forget, this isn't even the first time Menendez has been investigated or prosecuted by the DOJ. Back in 2013, the feds looked into whether Menendez used his status as a senator to help a wealthy donor in exchange for lavish gifts. Menendez went on trial in 2017. Case ended in a mistrial, jury was deadlocked, charges were dropped, and the senator went on to win re-election. Now, it's obvious why the left-leaning media has no real interest in covering the story. Powerful Democratic senator, possibly on the take. The right-leaning media doesn't want to dwell on this. For months, they've told us the two-tiered system of justice that only targets Republicans. But as we've talked about here, that premise is flawed. As we've discussed numerous times, notable Democrats have been indicted by the feds even just since the start of last year. Former Democratic Congressman T.J. Cox of California, Karen Carter Peterson, former head of the Louisiana Democratic Party, former Tallahassee mayor, Florida gubernatorial candidate Andrew Gillum, all charged with fraud over the last 18 months. And now the investigation of Senator Menendez is heating up. We don't have political overlords here, so we will cover it, even if few others in the national media will. Joining us now, Frank Morano, the host of The Other Side of Midnight with Frank Morano on 77 WABC. He has been following this case and all of the Menendez legal troubles for a long time. Gold bars.
Look, the wealthiest friend I have, the thing that she gave me as a gift was a James Garfield mug. So I'd like to hang out with some of Menendez's friends, but that's what happens when you're as influential and powerful as Menendez.
What do you mean that's what happens? You get gold bars? I'm about to have former Congressman Max Rose on a separate topic. I'm going to ask him, you ever get any gold bars as a gift? Are you kidding me? It's normal?
It's not normal. It's normal when you run with this crowd of people and you have this amount of national and international influence. Now, it's important for me to say I'm not a Menendez supporter.
Right,
Wouldn't vote for him, never have. I think what we're seeing here is a reflection of three things. One, the Department of Justice has been embarrassed twice by Bob Menendez because he beat them. It wasn't just a hung jury. He was actually acquitted by a judge on several of those charges before the DOJ dropped those other charges. They also investigated him 6 years before that. He's become Teflon Bob. And you know better than most that the DOJ hates losing and they hate being embarrassed. And that's why they're leaking this out there in the media. So far, what we're seeing here is he received these gold bars allegedly in 2020, a year before the prosecutor that he was friends with was ever even appointed. So are we really saying that he got these gold bars a year before his buddy prosecutor was appointed?
But how do we know about the gold bars? He disclosed them, right?
He disclosed them. So we're talking.
That's the weirdest thing, right? Like he's disclosing, yes, oh, I received 400,000 plus in gold bars.
Well,
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your cable provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.